Well, we skipped last week's chemotherapy session, so we have to make up for it. Have you experienced any side effects since then?
No, none. Only once I went to a restaurant and got a drink with very little ice in it, and it caused neuropathy. So I haven't had anything, I haven't drunk anything that's cold after.
What was the neuropathy like?
It felt like sticks, like icicles in my throat.
Yeah, that sounds uncomfortable.
Very.
I remember last time you had the pump in still. So what is it like detaching the pump from the port?
They just unscrew it.
No pain?
Oh no. Oh no.
Do they do anything before they detach it? Like, do they put any other medicine?
Oh no. When they have to get to the veins through the port, they get the tube from the intravenous tube that has like a screw at the end of it, and they attach something to the pump that has something else, and you just screw one into the other, and it has nothing to do with the port.
Okay.
They don't touch the port at all. They just touch the tubes.
Okay.
The only other thing is the port has this little hole that they have to open when they're going to use it, and they have to stick the tube in it, and they have to freeze it first, so I don't feel any pain, because they have to break the skin to get in. And
so each time your skin is healing, and then they have to break it again?
yes, a very little tiny hole. It's like it's a little bigger than a needle point. Okay. And it, because they're breaking the skin, they spray it with this very cold spray, and then they tell me to breathe in deep. While I'm breathing out, they stick the tube in the port, and I really don't feel anything.
Okay. Well, that's good. It's good that you're comfortable. What has your appetite been like?
Well, ever since the cancer started, I lost my appetite. Then the doctor gave me tablets to take. It opened my appetite. And then when I started taking chemo, my appetite it left a little bit. Now it's practically all gone. But I can force myself to eat. But after taking the chemo, I haven't had side effects like neuropathy or nausea, but I lost my appetite.
Does it affect your ability to taste?
Last week my taste went. I've been doing chemotherapy for a few weeks now, and last week is the first time I lost my taste. I don't know if my sense of taste, I don't know if the chemotherapy has anything to do with it.
I know that you started getting iron infusions. Do you think that the iron infusions have anything to do with it?
It's quite possible.
And what are iron infusions?
The iron, my iron level is very low because the cancer does something to the hemoglobin, and the hemoglobin is what carries the iron through the blood, I guess. And my iron low is really low, so they have to give me infusions where it comes through the intravenous tubes, and it goes into the port, so it goes straight to the system, unlike the tablets. Now the iron tablets might help, but we're looking with the doctors looking at their records. I didn't have enough iron, so they had to do something better, which was infusion, and it makes me stronger. Normally I'm fatigued with the low iron count, which is a symptom of cancer. But now that they're giving me infusions, I'm a little stronger.
Okay. Are there any side effects to the iron infusions?
Not that I know of. I just know that I lost my taste, and I guess that has something to do with it.
Any metallic taste?
Yeah, the tongue feels metallic. There's this taste of metal in my mouth. but it's bearable.
Nothing helps it subside?
Not really. I'm just so thankful that I don't have side effects from chemotherapy, that it doesn't affect me. I'm just very grateful, because it could be worse.
That's true. Yeah. What supplements have been helping you?
Well, the supplement I take is, I can't remember the name of it. I can't pronounce it. Remind me of it.
The moringa?
Moringa. It's something that's grown in Jamaica, and I guess it's grown in other parts of the world, but I get one that's grown in Jamaica, and I take the capsules every day, and I think it helps a whole lot with everything.
Okay. Is that the only supplement that you're taking?
For now, yes, because
Okay.
I think it has helped me a whole lot. Yes.
How has your cancer advocate helped you? Or excuse me, you call her a cancer buddy?
Yes, when I spoke to American Cancer Society, they put me on to Cancer Alliance. That put me on to someone who had very similar case to mine. And when I say had, I mean she's a cancer survivor. She's been a cancer survivor for 5 years now. She started off just like me with colon cancer, stage 4, metastasizing to the liver. And the big difference with her is they took her to the surgeon right after, like 2 days after she was diagnosed with stage 4. And they took out the cancer from the liver. They actually cut it out, from the colon. And then the surgeon went in and they took it out of the liver. And she has done very well. So Cancer Alliance put her with me, and she answers all my questions because she's been through everything I've been through, apart from the time in which they took to apply chemotherapy or surgery. And she has helped me tremendously. And I keep saying that I want to get another scan, because I'm extremely spiritual. I pray a lot, go to church a lot, and I truly believe that the Creator has helped me. So I keep asking them for a scan, and they won't give me a scan. So the young lady in Illinois, that's my cancer buddy, she asked me recently, what is my CEA? And I said, I don't know what CEA is. What is that? And she said, it's a measure. And she used her example. And she said when she first went in, she had a figure of 78.8. And when they did the surgery, she came down to a 9. And it's supposed to be one figure. And it's supposed to be one digit. And the ones of us with no cancer, our CEA is between 0 and 3. So I went and I asked my oncologist nurses to tell me what my CEA is, because Julie in Illinois wanted to know what the CEA is to get an appreciation for what I have, because they didn't do surgery or chemo in a short period of time. And the nurse told me that when I first came in on August 2nd, it was 25. And then on August 17th, it went down to 20. And the lower it gets, the more your cancer cells are being killed. So she has helped, Julie in Illinois, she has helped me tremendously by teaching me about CEA. So I'm waiting. I asked the doctor this morning, because I went this morning, and I asked him if he can do CEA every time for me to see if the numbers are going down. So that's basically what she taught me. She taught me a lot. She has kept me positive. And I'm so thankful for the knowledge about CEA, because now I have an idea of where I am.
Okay.
Oops.
Is cancer expensive?
Very expensive. I go to the oncologist every week now. Every Monday, well, every other Monday, I do chemo, and maybe once a month I go to the doctor, and the copay for the doctor as well as the copay for chemo. And then when they realized that I had a very low iron count, they suggested that I get iron infusions, and I get iron infusions every Wednesday, and I'm gonna get it for 5 Wednesdays, and it costs like $32 per infusion. And at first they offered me 1 infusion instead of 5, which would cost $512. That, to me, that was ridiculous for the average middle class person. So I told them we have to find another way. So now I pay $32 every Wednesday for 5 weeks. Before that, I had to copay for my CT scan. I copaid for my PET scan. I had to pay the colonoscopy, the GI who did the colonoscopy. I had to pay for the colonoscopy. I had to pay the GI person the copay when I first went to him, then for the colonoscopy, then the copay when I did the follow-up with him. So it gets expensive as time goes on. And with me, chemotherapy is supposed to last, I think I'm supposed to get 12 doses. This morning I didn't get a dose because from what the doctors saw, the chemo had broken down, had destroyed some blood particles, the platelets, and they need to allow my platelets to come back to normal. So they decided not to do the chemo today. So next week we'll see if it gets better and they'll start the chemo again. But so far the chemo has done well, but if it's damaging my platelets, it's questionable.
Okay. Now I know you have to be very in tune with your nutrition. I always see that you have Ensure. What is the purpose of the Ensure, and how much do you need to drink?
Well, I found out about Ensure when I was pregnant. I've never been a big eater, and my doctor suggested, in order to keep this fetus healthy, since I won't eat, I need to drink Ensure. So he used to tell me to drink Ensure after breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And when I realized I was losing weight, which is a big symptom of colon cancer, because of what happened to me when I was pregnant with you, it was common sense for me to start drinking Ensure. And Ensure is a nutritional, like a smoothie, it's a nutritional drink. And I guess it has all the minerals and vitamins that the body needs. So I remember when I was pregnant, I had to drink it 3 times a day. So when I went to the oncologist, he asked me if I drink Ensure or Boost. And I said, yes, I drink Ensure. He said, how much do you drink? I said, I drink 3 bottles per day. And he said, you have to keep your nutrition up with cancer. So you need to drink more than 3. Drink 4 or 5. So I've been drinking Ensure ever since I saw that symptom of constantly losing weight. The only thing is that it didn't really help with the anemia. So I was weak, and fatigue is a big part of cancer. So I was always tired. I didn't have the strength to do anything, but at the time I didn't know what the problem was. But the Ensure gave me the dietary, whatever I needed in dietary form to keep me going. Now, my cousin that's very nutrition conscious told me about moringa. And I think moringa gives you even more of the daily requirement of the different vitamins and minerals. So I've been taking moringa ever since my cousin told me about it, which was about February of this year. And I have a funny feeling that's the reason why I stay strong. I stay upbeat. It probably keeps my sanity. You know, a lot of people comment on how upbeat and positive and strong I am. So emotionally strong. And I think moringa does something to the nervous system too, because I've been very upbeat. I have no fear about this cancer. I'm very positive. I'm just like the young lady in Illinois, you know, because I talk to her so much, and she's a social worker. She's extremely educated, extremely articulate. We have very good conversation together. And if she's still alive, I think I'll be alive too in the next 5 years. So, and then I have a really good support system. You are one of my support systems. My friends that I went to college with, my co-workers, some people I went to high school with, they looked at social media, and when you sent out the GoFundMe, that's how a lot of them found out about it. You sent out the GoFundMe for help when we found out it was cancer, and a lot of people reached out to me. Some of them call me every day to ask me how I'm doing. So I guess they do that because they want to see if I'm still alive. You call me 2 times a day, and I think you do that to see if I'm alive in the morning and alive in the evening. But the GoFundMe helped a lot because that's what has paid most of my cancer bills. Cancer is very expensive, you know, and I'm just beginning, and I've spent $600-700 so far. So I think the GoFundMe, the fact that I can pay for this without a problem, and the fact that I have the support system that I have, that's what keeps me upbeat.
That's good. Does spirituality play any kind of role?
Oh my goodness, yes.
I mean, it should, right? That's part of wellness.
Yes, I'm spiritual. I believe strongly in the Creator. I believe that with God, anything is possible. I'm not just saying it, I truly believe it. And I stay in touch with God. I pray every day. I do spiritual things for at least 45 minutes every day. Listen to music, pray. I went to a healing school at the river of Tampa Bay that helped a whole lot. If you look up the healing school at the river of Tampa Bay, you'll see where a lot of people have been healed from just going to that school. So when you understand the meaning of the Holy Spirit and how the Holy Spirit works within you, you can't help but be as positive as I am.
Okay. That's pretty much it for this time around. Do you have any new discovered advice that you would like to give people who have a cancer diagnosis or who know people that have a cancer diagnosis?
Not really. What I've learned though is that we need to change the whole idea of cancer. It's the mind that helps a lot. To me, it's a spirit, but a lot of us who are not spiritual and we don't quite understand the spirit, we can think of it as the mind. You have to be positive at all times. You have to be around people that are positive. You don't want to hear anything negative. And you have to, in the case of colon cancer, there is hope. I've learned a lot from reading about it and from talking to Julie in Illinois. I'm talking about colon cancer. I don't know about thyroid cancer. I don't know about breast cancer. I don't know about leukemia. I don't know about the other cancers. But I know that with colon cancer, if you catch it before you get to stage 1, you can control it. You're not necessarily going to die. You just have to know what to do. And the first thing you have to do is screening. Some people believe in the colonoscopy. There are many ways of screening, but the colonoscopy is a good thing because if the polyps is there, you get rid of the polyps, which is the beginning. If you get it from the very beginning, you don't have a problem. But when it comes to colon cancer, that's all I know about because I've studied so much about it. There is hope. Don't give up. Don't give up. There is hope.
Thanks, Mom.